Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Free Your Mind and Be Free show. My name is Mr. Work Smarter, and this is Mr. Free Your Mind. And today we've got a special guest. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hello everyone, my name is King Jeulez. First, let me say it's a pleasure to be here with you both.
No, seriously, thank you.
Kingdom team. I love to see what you guys are doing. No, we're trying, bro. But yeah, I'm King Jeulez. Some of you may know me from motivational speaking. Some may know me from a musical background. Some may know me from just being blessed. But yeah, that's me really.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur, obviously, and I don't want to say obviously, but it is a way of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and that's why I try to inspire other young people to become entrepreneurs, be financially free, be more independent, and to grow. So I'm just really in a position where I'm just helping a lot of young people grow, and that's what I do.
That's dope. That's good. And today we're here to talk about how to overcome fear. So my first question is, what is fear to you?
Fear to me? Well, firstly, fear to me is a prediction. You don't really fear something you're in. You more time fear the result of something. Okay. So it's anxiety telling you something's going to happen or the outcome of a scenario. For example, when you're in a car crash, you don't fear the car crash. You fear the result of the car crash. You fear the outcome. What's going to happen? Yeah. But nobody fears yesterday.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a prediction. So with me, fear is a choice. That's how I see fear. It's a prediction. It's a movie that you create in your head, and you can either predict a
positive
outcome or a negative outcome.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't even see it that way. Because to me, I thought fear is if you can't do what you really want to do. That's how I always seen it in fear. But yours was what you just said. That was deep. I'm even still thinking about it. I'm still processing it.
Yeah.
But as I said, for me, it was if you can't do whatever you want to do. If you feel like you always have to ask for reassurance, and if you're 50-50 about something.
For me, fear is putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. For example, you may have a presentation that you need to deliver at work, but you're scared, and you're scared of the outcome, and more importantly, making sure that people enjoy. I think it's the fear of judgment that stops people from doing what they need to do. So whether or not they're gonna do a presentation that everyone's gonna like, and I've learned in the past that you may not be able to do a presentation that's gonna agree with everyone. So you need to move away from that and say, I'm gonna do it because this is what I believe. I think it's the fear of being judged by different people, and especially maybe leaders and senior people, which may stop people from doing what they need to do.
I fully agree. I hear your point.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I fully agree.
That's cool. That's what we're here for.
But what it is, fear. If we got a coin, fear, you got heads and you got tails.
Yeah.
Tails is fear.
Yeah.
Heads is faith.
Yeah.
And sometimes, for me, I think you have to have faith in self. You have to look at your reflection and start to believe in yourself, because that's the only way you're going to be able to predict or have a positive outlook of what's to come. That's how I would attack fear.
So would you say that fear has a connection to confidence then? It's correlated in the sense that if you have confidence, you're less likely to have fear to do certain things.
Yeah, confidence, self-belief. Sometimes you just got to look inside. So yeah, confidence. There's a thin line between confidence and arrogance.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like faith is the key word I would target. Yeah. And
I want to ask you a separate question. Like, has there been a point in your life when you were young where you had to overcome fear? To give us an example where you may have had to overcome fear, where you were scared to do something and you overcome it.
And it starts from early. It starts from school. When your parents are telling you, oh, you have to be a doctor, you haven't even got your own voice to say, no, I don't want to do it, I want to do what I want to do. That's when fear is starting. And that's how it was for me personally. So after, let's say, high school, that's when I realized, okay, I have to step out and say, no, this is what I want to do. That's when I believed in myself, and I said to myself, I can't be fair, I have to be fearless. So I had to tackle it. And I spoke to my dad, and that's why I moved to UK as well. So I overcame my fear. And I believe that for you to do that, you have to come out your nutshell. You have to come out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
A lot of people are in their comfort zone and they want to achieve better or move on to better goals. But how are you going to do that if you're always at the same ends or the same? I'm not saying you have to move up where you live, but travel more, open your mindset, open your eyes. especially open your heart. Because that's how it was with me. I came out of my nutshell. language barriers. I had to put myself in uncomfortable situations. Go to bars where they all speak English.
So
You see?
that's a good point. So my next question then is that how can people come out of the comfort zone? Because as I said, this has a correlation to fear. So someone wants to do something. So let's give an example. Someone's a singer and you know they've got the voice of an angel. And you're like, go to the X Factor. We're like, no, I don't want to do the X Factor because they're scared to be judged. Like, how can they overcome things like that?
Well, it then comes down to process. It is a journey. I wouldn't advise anyone to just go to the X Factor. But what I would say is, have you seen a vocal coach? You know what I'm saying? What are the feedback you're getting in your local bars where they do live music, live PAs? Have you built up your stage presence? It's all a process.
So in that case, they just have to know themselves and evaluate themselves. They have to observe themselves basically. Because with me, for example, that's what I'm saying. When I was younger with my friends, I could be the loudest and pretend like everything was good, but I knew inside I couldn't do what I want to do because I wanted to look good in front of them.
Yeah.
So you have to know yourself.
Image, that's the way.
That's the thing, image. Because that's what I'm saying. Because I read something about Les Brown as well. He said people can't live their dreams because they live in their fears. Do you know what that means? They're in that bubble.
Yeah.
You see, because you want to live for others. So I'm just saying, believe in yourself first and stop lying to yourself.
Do you think,
Shout out Les Brown. It's one of my personal mentors. So
no, he's a top guy. But
Yeah.
see, so would you say now we live in a world where social media has played a key role in, I guess, impacting people's views and to do things they want? Because like everyone's got an opinion now online. Everyone thinks they're gangster online. Everyone's got something to say. Do you think it's just best they remove themselves from social media, or how do they overcome them problems where there's them guys that are typing on the internet and got something to say rather than focusing on themselves?
Yeah, so sometimes with social media, and you can say fear, it can block your view of what's in store for you. I'm saying it can be obstructive. Has anyone got a pound and a note on them right now? Let me do an example. This ain't no magic trick, B. But yeah,
There you go.
alright, listen. Alright, what I want you to do, this is a real £10? Yeah? No. Alright, what I want you to do is hold this pound over your eye.
Okay.
Close your other eye, but keep that. Okay, no, you got it wrong. Let it go over this side. Let it go over this side.
Let me just do it.
Yeah.
All right.
So close that eye and have the pound over your eye.
Yeah.
Hold it closer to your eye.
Yeah.
Right now it's obstructing. Oh, actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you see the £10?
No, I can't see it.
Okay, pull the pound away from your eye. You can see the £10.
I can see it clearly now, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like this pound can represent your fear, it can represent your social media, it can represent all your distractions, it can represent an umbrella of things. And sometimes you have to step away from the pound because there's £10 in store for you, B.
Yeah.
And what do you want? The pound or the £10?
Yeah.
Which one?
The £10.
I want both. This is the actual magic trick. Now, Jake.
Give me my money back.
But yeah, so
you touched on a very good point. I
that's
love
awesome.
that, man. That breakdown. So, me personally, at a young age, I've always, self-affirmation. Like, I've always said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. I think it's important to be positive and to overcome fear. And for me, I'm not scared of anything, but what I'm fearful for is not being able to live up to my expectation. That is what I'm worried about. So knowing that, I know I can become the best at what I'm doing and make my parents happy. They don't have to worry about any mortgage. We can travel when we want. I know I can do that, and I haven't lived up to it yet. Like, that's what I'm scared of.
But it's one thing I actually heard Will Smith say one time. He said, and don't quote me for this, but he said, a lot of people are born with talent, but not a lot of people are born with skill. You have to train your skill. So yeah, you have the potential to be the best, but don't just rely on your talent. It takes training, dedication. It takes focus. And it's a journey, it's a process. So anyone could be the best in any field. But there's a difference between skill and talent.
Because hard work beats talent, and talent doesn't work. It's that simple.
I love that. Write that down.
I had to get that in. So like we're talking about that, and I like to share another story. I love sharing stories. Like when I was at university, I wouldn't regard myself as the most intelligent person, but there was an opportunity to do a placement year where you have to apply for jobs to do a placement, and I didn't have a great GCSEs. I did all right at college, and there was the time to apply. So everyone was laughing at me because I said I'm going to apply for the big investment bank job. So this was Morgan Stanley at the time, and I didn't have the requirements. So if you look at the requirements for a job placement, like people were laughing like, then you're not going to make it. And initially I was scared because I was like, oh, I'm going to make myself look like a fool, and people were judging me already even before I'd applied. But I think it was the thought of knowing that these people don't control my life, and knowing that, you know what, I'm going to prove these people wrong. And I think it works for different people. Some people need other people to motivate them. Some people have self-motivation. For me, it works both ways. So I'm using that example to show that do what works for you, like to overcome your fear. Because I was scared initially to apply for it. I was thinking, oh, they're going to laugh at me. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Definitely.
So that's just one thing I wanted to bring to the table.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, and what I would say as well is, I know a lot of people want to go for their goals and go for their dreams, but they're scared to lose or leave that current job. But I'm saying if you fully believe in your goals and what you want to set up, just do what you've got to do. I know you can get advice from your friends and say, listen, what should I do? They're just giving you advice. You can cherry pick. You don't have to take everything in. Because I feel like people do things for their friends, you see? Instead of saying, okay, I know what I'm going to do now. No, but Ben said this, and that. I don't want to disappoint him. Don't say him, it's you. It's all coming back down to you. So I'm saying, if you have your idea, let me ask you guys a question. Let's have a business idea. That's my plan A. So if I think, okay, just in case it doesn't go right, I have plan B. Is that a sign of fear as well?
Good question.
No, because there's two ways you can look at fear. There's rational and constructive fear. So there's the fear. If I put a blindfold on you, I say, okay, we're gonna walk across the M25. you pull on a blindfold.
I'll pull it up straight away.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as there's a fire happening behind you and you need to cross the M25 and you're running for your life. So a safety net is not fear. It's just being responsible. It's about being wise and making the best decisions that work for your circumstance. You know what I'm saying? So I don't consider that fear. I just call that sense.
Okay. So let's end it off by either giving one quote on fear or giving your top tip on how someone can overcome fear. So who wants to go first?
I should go first. I mean, as I was saying before, whatever you guys are doing, if you're comfortable in it, it's not wrong to go and get advice from your best friend, from your next fellow friend. Get your advice, but make sure you just cherry pick. Don't take it all in, because what my mom always told me, God gave you your vision, no one else. You see, so if you have your vision, just be fearless. Do what you're doing. Don't think, oh, I don't want to disappoint my mom. It's not about your mother right now. You see, it's about yourself. So you just have to know. That's what I learned. I came to UK alone, so I had to do stuff alone. I knew that when I'm going back, they're just going to look at me thinking, oh, he didn't do anything. We knew he's going to be like that. I was fearless. I came here, I done what I need to do. So always think about yourself and just do it.
I hear you, B.
I love that, man.
I hear you. My turn.
Yeah, go for it, go.
I got 8 words for you, B. God hasn't given us the spirit of fear. No, that's serious. I don't have no specially fancy dancy quotes.
Yeah.
That was the best one you're ever gonna hear, though. Serious. But my thing is, don't play yourself. Like, it's never too late to look at your reflection, find some faith. I'm not telling anyone to find a faith or X, but find some faith in yourself. I'm saying it's a process. We all do make mistakes. I'm not saying that because the way your mind forecasts how tomorrow's going to turn out, it's going to go right for you. I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying to fear that either. I'm also saying to take it as it comes. Life is a journey. Other people are going to learn from your journey and your experiences. But don't be scared of them. They're actually beautiful. There's beauty in the pain. Trust me.
Oh, I'm going to touch on that point. And to end, I want to say, for me, whenever you're going to step into something that you're a bit scared of, like, for example, as I said, presentation, your talent show, interview, the first thing you should ask yourself, like, is this really bad? Like, ask yourself, like, what's the worst thing that I've gone through? Like, as I said, pain points sometimes can be a gain, and you need to use that to your advantage. So it may be a loss of a friend, or a situation you've gone through. Use that as your motivation to overcome that fear. I think that's so important. And more importantly, self-affirmation, as in speak positive things to your life and your mind.
Oh yes.
So important, like
all day long.
Like positive thinking, like stop saying, oh yeah, this is what can go wrong. No, think this is what can go great. Like it's so important. I think that's where a lot of people struggle. They always think about the things that can go wrong rather than the things that can go right. And more importantly, what I've learned is that when you do overcome a fear, like continue to build on it, because once you get that momentum, the excitement, like trust me, like people don't believe was scared to do things like this. I was scared to talk, but now I'm just doing it because this is what I want to do, and regardless if someone doesn't like it or not, and this is what I'm here to do. And if I can spark change with one person, I've done my job.
That's key, because we're all here to make a difference in someone else. If you're not impacting lives, if you're not inspiring, a friend of mine always said to me, aspire to inspire before you expire.
Yeah.
And the reality is, what is the point in being here and not blessing people?
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
what are you doing? You're wasting up air, B. There's already too much pollution going on. No, I love what you said, and I think more people need to get behind people like yourselves.
No, I appreciate that, bro.
And what you're doing here.
No, I appreciate
Free your mind and be free.
No, I appreciate
Free your mind and be free.
That's it, man. I love you. Thanks for coming down. Honestly, your views were top,
It's been a pleasure.
man.
It's been a pleasure.
Appreciate
It's been a pleasure.
it. Yeah. And you guys, don't forget, free your mind and be free, and concentrate on the things that you have.
Yeah.
Don't concentrate on the things that you don't have.
Yeah. Peace.